Hey everyone, it's Karynjean and welcome back to the studio. I'm glad you're with me today. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Welcome to the craziness that is the studio. So we are going to continue with our little one signature autumn journals. We have the cat Copper in with us today, just checking it out. He's about to start scratching me. All right, so let's take a look and see what we have going on here. I think I have the signature, each of the signatures together the way I want them to be. And we will see. Now, I did do one thing. Well, let me show you. Let's go back to the center, which is where we did, the last thing we did was we put together the file folder, the mini file folder for the journal, right? With pockets that we can barely see, but we can fix that. We can outline them with, oops, what is that? Outline them with some liquid pearls or something so we can see that. But what I decided to do with this lovely piece of pumpkin paper is I just glued down the pumpkin paper to the folder itself. And now we have these, each one has a nice little side tuck to go with it. So, and I decided on having the plain paper as the first page of the signature because I don't want to detract from the pick. This is obviously, we're going to jiggle. And actually, I guess I'm doing this color. Why not? This is the one that I pulled out of the package. Okay, that did not open up the way I had hoped. I need to get the rest of that toothpick out of there. And actually, let's see if I can separate the two of these. Separated without tearing it to shreds. And well, that's fine. There, we will glue that down once it's in. Let's see if we can, might want to take it over to the iron, hey, and see if we can, because it has that bump showing there. We might want to see if we can do something about that, the bump from where that toothpick was. Do this one, except the tip of it got ripped off there. And so this will be glued down there, and this one will have, because it's round, we'll have a pumpkin on this one, right? Made that circle big enough to fit our pumpkin justly. So that's the idea anyway for the two of these. So let's take a look. So this is going to be the first page, is that. Here we have the second page, the trees. And I think the other one, it's set up a little bit differently, I think. Another blank page there. And then we have the craft cardstock there. There, the little leaves, which is cream on the back as well. And then the signature center. And by the time we get these all, and see how it's coming over the edge a little bit, we probably will trim these edges with some of the cream lace. Probably not this one with the scallops. With the scallops there. It's just a little bit too neat and tidy for my liking. So we'll probably trim them with the other one. Let me see. I know it's here somewhere. We'll probably trim it with this one, which is bigger. We can put it in there though, but it's a little bit less neat simply because the edge isn't rounded. It's a little bit more pointed there. So we'll probably, oh, excuse me, I have something going in my eye. Something like that. Something like that. And what we can even do as well is we have this flat one, right? Let's take a look at the spine. We could put this on the spine if we so desire. because the spine can handle that, if we so desire, after we sew in the signatures. And so this one is, so we have that, and then that, our tiny leaves, plain again, cardstock again, plain, trees, and our signature center. Boom diada. So, and I think, well, let me think. I don't know if I want to do any envelopes. If I want to do envelopes sewn in, or if I want to do envelopes that we either glue down to a page and flip out, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any. I think that's going to be it for the signatures. And then if we do envelopes or anything else, we certainly have a lot of scraps over here. We could do it as flips and flops and folds, as Corey Dahman likes to say. So let's take a look. We have our 3. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take the spiced marmalade and simply go around them all. I really don't care. But certainly this top page. And yes, they're all fanning out like that because they're the exact same size. So there's migration like that, which is perfectly fine. But I'm doing this because I want the mark. It's much easier to see this mark here to sew in the signatures than it would be for me just trying to see where the fold is, to make sure the holes are in the right spot and stuff. So there we go. Just something like that. Okay. Oh, so now you will see what I'm talking about. Like this. Oops. I don't see anything down here. There we go. So we're going to make sure that that is all the way it should be. Like so. And well, maybe not these. These might not be the right ones. Let me just mark it first. I will mark it with, and am I going to do 5 or 3? We're just going to do a simple pamphlet stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, we'll do 5, 4, 5, like so. Okay, and what we're actually going to do, hold on a second, what did I mess up here? 1, 2, 3. One of these doesn't have enough. One, two, oops, this one I think it's this one. Let me swipe out. Huh. Let's see now. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Almost messed it up there. Okay, so, and hopefully this will work. I am going to, this is the first time I'm doing it this way, folks. Let's hope I don't mess it up. I'm putting it all together, and I'm going to punch it all together. And let's hope it doesn't go crooked. That's all I can say. Let's hope it doesn't go crooked. We wanted that one. Or do we want that one? I don't even know which one I want anymore. Do we want the little one? The big one. Let's do the big one. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh-huh. 4 and 5. Don't know why I have such a problem with the last one. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. And I think what we'll do is to sew them in, we're just going to use some of the waxed thread. And I do it about 3 times the height of the book, right? Because I am weaving in and out. And actually, although these holes are rather large, I'm going to come in from the outside. I'm going to do it from the outside in because I want the knot on the outside, if at all possible. But because I did use the larger hole, the 3/8, the knot might just migrate to the center, which is fine. So, okay. We have 1, 2, in, out, in, right, out. And then on the reverse here, what we do is we don't go in the center, we go in down 1 because we need to come out that center hole on our way back. So, where is it? There it is. In, out, out, in, however you want to take a look at it, right? In here, and then out here, the center hole, and the threads are on opposite sides. And then we're going to tighten, 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 make sure everything is tight, tight, tight. Do 1 wrap, 2 wraps, pulling it tight, 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 and then the opposite way. 1 wrap, 2 wraps, which I am told is a surgeon's knot. That I don't know anything about. And then I'm going to cut it there, because I don't want that on this side of the page is my thing. Well, isn't that just great? For heaven's sakes, Karynjean, why didn't you guys tell me? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Of all the things, I sewed it in backwards, although that looks very pretty. I don't want that pocket. I want it to be the signature center, not the... Oh, for heaven's sakes. Let's do that again, shall we? For heaven's sakes. It goes this way. It goes this way. I mean, if I had been thinking beforehand, then I could have left that as the cover and not worried about what kind of windows I was placing on it and making sure it was going to line up and be big enough for those autumn picks. Let's try again. Well, this is what happens. This is what happens in the studio. As we are perfectly imperfect human beings, we make mistakes. The key when making a mistake, because we are going to make mistakes, that's just a given, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And we will make mistakes in our lifetime. But the key is being able to recognize our mistakes and to then own up to them, apologize for them if necessary, depending upon what the mistake is. And, you know, try to do better next time. Learn from the mistakes, right? I mean, as children, how did we learn? We learned from making mistakes, for heaven's sakes. That is how we learn as humans. Making mistakes, figuring it out, figuring out what to do, what not to do, and there. And that's how that works. So, once again, snug, snug, snug. Wrap it once, wrap it twice. Snug, snug, snug. And then the opposite direction. Wrap it once, wrap it twice. Snug, snug, snug. Now we need to cut another piece of that. There that is. I think I put those clips away too soon. And now this one. Let's cut another piece. One, two, three. Obviously, the end product is you don't need 3 times the height of the book, because looking at how much I cut off, but you do need extra in order to be able to work with it and to maneuver it, right? Exactly. You need extra to trim off because you're going to knot it. So there we go. All right, now it's the correct way up. It's the correct one in the middle. And let us begin this one. Now, looking at these, the holes are not in the signature center of this, or not in the middle of the signature center. They're off to one side, which is nothing I can do. I can't do anything about it now. If I put new holes in, they would be overlapping. So that's not going to work. And this is fine. It'll work fine. Whoops. Get off the edge of the paper there. And there. So I hope everybody is doing well today. Enjoying the last days of summer, right? It is the end of August here. Today is Monday, and this past weekend is when I was supposed to go to a concert on Saturday night to see Dar Williams. And I could not go to the concert because of my back. And my sister said, "Why did you even agree to go? You know you can't do that kind of stuff until you have your back fixed." And I'm like, "But I wanted to go, and I didn't think about my back, and I thought I'd be able to go." And she said, "Idiot, the drive alone was over an hour just to get to the concert. You wouldn't have survived it." And she's right, I wouldn't have survived it. So anyway, but my back was really bad on Saturday, so I was in bed most of the day. Anyway, let me turn these down a little bit to work with them. Okay, snug, snug, snug. But because I was feeling sorry for myself for missing out on time with my friends and the concert and everything, I ordered delivery, and I ordered Caesar salad and chicken fingers and fries from a place that, I usually get. And I ate the Caesar salad and 2 chicken fingers, and then I proceeded to suffer from food poisoning for the rest of the night. So that'll learn me, right? So I haven't been feeling well. Just whatever. But I'm doing okay today. Thanks. Thank you for your concern. I know it's always something going on in this house, right? Between me and my brother, together we might make up one whole human. But anyway. But it is whatever it is, and we're doing just fine. We manage somehow. We manage together. So I said that I wanted to put this here. So do I want to put any, let me get some corners, page corners. I don't know how many I pulled out. I have 2 books, so I need 8. Now, do I want the silver ones? No, I don't want silver. So what I'm going to do to these is, and these are just very inexpensive ones I get from Amazon, and they're thin metal and they can be easily folded over. But if you don't want the silver, what you do is you take a black Sharpie, right? And you, or any color Sharpie you want, I guess, will work. And you cover the silver with the black Sharpie. Okay, I am back, and let's take a look and see. These are, I'm not sure. I've let them sit here for a good few minutes. No, they're still wet. Are they still wet? I don't know. They feel a little tacky. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is I will put that on there. I am going to cover it with the paper towel just to prevent any kind of smudging or something, any damage. Okay, and now let's do this. Hold on. Before we put this down, I think, what are we going to use to close it? We can put, here we go. I don't know. Okay, first I'm going to put, I've decided to use this ribbon. It's soft enough. I'm just going to put a dab of glue there. Put that there. Right, beautiful. Glue on my fingers, no worries. Always glue on my fingers. And I'm actually going to be a little bit liberal with this one. That's rather liberal. Because this is pretty wide right here. There. Right. Okay. And that one will go on that book. So we're just going to put that in there. That has to dry. We're going to set that aside. And we'll go here to our second one. Just tapping that all down. And yes, my fingers are getting glue all over them. All right, so that needs to dry. And then I need to do the back covers. So when that's all said and done, I'll be back. And while that's drying, I figured let's I cut one of these sheets down to 2 6x6s to see. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Just gonna try to mark the center here. So 3 by 3. Don't really want to. I just want to mark the center. I just want to mark the center, people. Thank you. Here we go. 3 by 3. Thereabout. I want to mark the center without making folds in it. So we're going to fold this in to there. We're going to fold this in to there. Hopefully not have them too crooked. Then we're going to fold it up. Now, there we go. So this is, it looks a little crooked. So a 6x6 is giving us something that's too big for the journal, is what it's giving us. Yes, okay. So I need to, let's see if I can do this. Still keep the center there. If I take an inch off on both sides, that is no longer my center because I didn't take a 1/2 inch on both sides. I just went to 1 inch on both sides. So now we have a 5 by 5, which is 2.5. Excuse my head, I can't see. 2.5, 2.5, right about there. Okay. Find it and fold it in just a little bit more so that they're overlapping a little bit. That does not look even to me. Okay, so a 5-inch square gives us a 3.5 inch envelope, which will be fine in here. Right, it'll be fine. And we can either make it a true envelope by folding this portion down or just making it a pocket like that. So what I'm going to do is, because there's, whoa, hello. That does happen sometimes. Because there's not that much of an overlap, I'm going to very, very narrow, little tiny bit. Ooh, although I don't think I want it on top. Little tiny bit on either side. Whoops. Make sure that's glued down. But not gluing itself closed. There we go. All right, let's take this down. And let's do the same thing. Now, we might decide we don't want to use this in these books, which is perfectly okay as well. Now, if we look at our envelope punch board, I did a 5 by 5 square, which they don't have here because they don't make their envelopes square, they make them rectangle. Oh, 5 by 5 square will give us a 2 by 3.5 inch, enough to fit a gift card. All right, let's try that. See if we're gonna like that shape any better. 5 by 5 square, score line 2 inches. 2 inches. Punch, excuse me. There. So this will make it a rectangle. And it'll be gift card or credit card size. What we can also do, whoops, wrong way, is, because it also has the opposite notch here to round those corners. Let's redo that one, please. Yeah. Okay. And let's see which one we like better. Now this one, we could also, we make it as a, see, that would have to be folded over. We could keep it as an envelope this way, which is a small envelope, right? Or we could do it this way. We could do it this way. Well, that one I would think I would keep underneath. We could do it this way with a top-loading envelope. Now, if we're going to do a top-loading envelope, because it's so small, I would actually cut this down a little bit more to make this, I might round that, just to make this easier to get into, because that's not giving you much room to get into it. So we go to do a top load or like that. Now, this one will fit on the page, and it'll give us a nice pocket here and a pocket behind it. We could also stick it, let's see if this is, get rid of the excess Fabrifix that's there. Okay. We could also like put it on the back cover if we want. Now this one, again, this would have to be, I would fold this, you know, you would have to, in order to get into it easier, I would do that, right? And we could have a small envelope like that. It could go any way on the page, right? It could go that way. So, or we could do one of each. Use both of them, one in each of the use one in one journal and one in the other journal. So, do that. Now, we're going to put glue down the outer sides here, and then the outer sides here. There. Just to make sure that that is going to stay closed, like so. There we go, 2 separate envelopes. Look at us go, huh? Look at us go. Now this one is the pumpkin. Oh, for heaven's sakes. So, let us glue down our pumpkin. Whoops. Where's our pumpkin gonna go? I think it's gonna go right there. And I hope I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right spot. Maybe I could shift it down just a hair. There's our pumpkin. Right? Right. There's our pumpkin. And because we're going to put glossy accents on it, here's my other leaf. Here's my other leaf. Oops. And my leaf is going to go there. Right, right. And because we're going to put glossy accents on this one as well. Whoops. That might not be going down because that might be where the glossy side. Nope. Okay. All right. This is a lot of stops and starts for you folks. We're going to glossy accent them and then we'll be back. Okay, we are back again. Still the same day. And these are dry. Oops, maybe not that one spot right there, which is a little cloudy. So we'll put that one aside. And we'll take a look at this one. Cute little one signature journal. Okay, now. I'm wondering what kind of, pardon me, what kind of labels I have. Do I even have any orange or fall-like labels? I don't think so. I don't think so. This orange really isn't, it's supposed to be orange. I'm not quite sure if it's orange. We could do a gold, goldish yellow. There we go. Let's see if we have brown. Let's take a look at this one. No, because I'm going to cut around the outside of it, so that will disappear. I'm not too, I don't like the you know, that the curve. I prefer the line, but that's just my own personal preference here. Here we go. Okay. So let's take out two of those. To put there. This video actually might be getting a bit too long. Right? Might be getting a bit too long. So at any given moment, you might hear a voiceover of me saying, see you later, alligator. Okay, so what are we going to do about these? I do still have some of those actual orange envelopes. I have actual orange envelopes. I have all this scrap paper here from, and scrap, hold on, I'm just trying to, and more scrap. That's not scrap, this is scrap. Oh, look. That's scrap. This is not scrap. I am simply trying to neaten up a little bit here because I have the scraps coming out the wazoo. Scraps coming out the wazoo. And you know what I say about scraps? No scraps, no scraps, no scraps. All right, let's just trim some pages here, and then we're gonna call it done. I think that'll go about there. And I just threw all this down on the floor to kind of clean out the scraps. And here we go again. Now, do we want this to hang off the edge of the page? We could. There's not that much to it, really. And as it is, no, I don't think I want it hanging off the edge of the page. I think I want what I did before with scraps. Scraps are us, people. Scraps are us. I'm looking for this. My narrow 1/8 inch orange ribbon. And to put it underneath there, to lift it up, you know, to give it a little bit of dimension. Okay, so let's see what we got. And I think this will go. Okay, go your way. Sugar shoes, come on, come on. Straighten up. What is that saying? Straighten up and fly right? Something like that. It's an old war saying, I think. Glue on my fingers. I need to throw just a tad of glue down here on top of the ribbon in order to catch the lace bit here. There we go. And actually what I can do once this is all dried is I can actually cut out, do a little through around the edge of that ribbon. Right, I can cut it out. Okay, cut out the paper, I mean. Well, my friends, forewarned is forearmed. This is the voiceover I was warning you about. In the beginning of the next video, what I'll do is I will do a quick flip through of the journals to show you how far we've come with the paper edging. But in the meanwhile, thank you so much for spending your time with me in the studio today. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, it would be great. I'd really appreciate it if you would become a subscriber. That way you could have as much laughs as we do, because Lord knows I'm always laughing at myself. In the meanwhile, we're only limited by our own imaginations. Let yours go out for a wonderful autumn stroll. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.